Shout out again. Good morning.
Good morning.
Shout out one more time. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, we're here. So I'm so happy to be here today. I'm excited. I'm going to try to give you the best inspiration I can give you for the next 25, 30 minutes. I know we're a little past schedule, but I'm going to try to give you the best inspiration I can give you. So I need another good morning one more time. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'll take it. All right, so my presentation today is to help you transition from high school, from middle school, from this area in your life to college. All right, so it's going to be some things on here. I'm going to need some student participation. I heard earlier that you have to leave here and meet somebody you didn't want to meet. And I heard the infamous sound that I hate. Oh, come on. For real? Right, I heard it. Right, but we're going to change that up. I'm actually going to make you do that during my presentation, so let's get ready for it. So number one, I see you look at my presentation, you're wondering, what does the word remedial mean? Some people might know, some people might not know. But I went to call my good friend Google. That is the homie, right? I called Google and I asked Google, what does remedial mean? And Google provided me the answer. Right, he texted me right back. And he said, provided or intended for students who are experiencing learning difficulties. So my bio is all fun and games. I don't even know who wrote that bio. It was great though. All right? My bio is great. I like it. It's enjoyable. But the real bio is the fact that my freshman year of high school I had a 1.6 GPA. Oh. That's your weight now. Right? 1.6 GPA. It gets worse. Right? My SAT scores, math and verbal was the highest score would be 1,600. At the time, I scored a 700 math and verbal. Oh, come on, man. Right? I scored a 700 math and verbal combined out of 1,600. So out of 1.6 GPA in my freshman year, a 700 combined math and verbal on the SATs. And people were starting to tell me how they were starting to put these robots in my head where they were saying that college is not for me. So this for a show of hands, how many people feel like they want to go to college? Like you want to go to college, but you still feel like it might not be for you? Raise your hand really high. Right, my goal is in this presentation to let you know no matter where you are, no matter where your grades are, no matter what you look like, no matter if you can afford it or not afford it, college is for you. Right, so I want to just talk about it really quick. So remedial is that. So that's where I started out. Let's talk even further than that. Right, so I got to college and I had to take something called a placement test, which you probably heard about, I'm pretty sure. Right, so I took this placement test. Right, took this placement test, barely got out of high school. I'm going to rewind to a state testing. You got state testing back, I failed that too. So let me tell you why I failed all that before I go into college. You know, my teachers, I had Miss Clee for geometry, her breath stinks. Right? Shout out to Miss Clee. You know, Mr. Schugel, right? His jokes were kind of corny. He made me sit in the back. The room was hot. Right? He never let me chew gum. He wouldn't let me go to the bathroom when I had to go to the bathroom. But I really didn't have to go to the bathroom because I went 3 times already. Right? That was the type of excuses I had. And I got to college. When I got to college, I had to take the placement test. I went to Jersey City University. I'll never forget. So my dad, I had 2 parents at the house. And I hope you all have 2 parents, right? That's how you live. Right, I had 2 parents at the house. I was lucky. Right? And I didn't take advantage of it. So my 2 parents pushed me to go to college. All they knew about was to go to college. Because what happened was my grandmother, she had 19 brothers and sisters. My great-grandmother had 27 brothers and sisters. They clearly had no hobbies, man. They were lit. Right? I had 19 kids. 27 kids, and the scary part about it was when I went to college. My grandmother finished school in 2nd grade. She's the oldest daughter. They told her she had to drop out of school to raise her younger siblings. So I started putting these barriers, if you're noticing, in my head, and these boundaries of saying there's no way I can go to college. And then my dad, who was adopted, right? He lost his dad at 13 years old, so he was raised by a single mother. He had 3 jobs at the age of 14, could not go to college. Right? My mom couldn't go to college as well. Right? So I kept putting these barriers in my head. And I went to college, I took my placement test. I had all these barriers in my head. So you have to take a placement test. There's math, there's reading, and there's writing. Those are the 3 skills. So math, I failed. Reading, you already know, I failed. Writing, this is the best part. So my dad made me go to the school really early to prepare, eat good breakfast. You know, they tell you to take these tests, you must eat well, eat fruit, drink some water. You know, put your alarm on 3 days before. Don't hit the snooze button, you know. Be nice to your parents, like all this stuff, right? Which has nothing to do with the test. As I had all this preparation, I get to the school and I take the test. And when I take the test, I take the writing part of the test. What I did was, it was around Black History Month. I'm not ashamed of this. And I decided to write about Martin Luther King. And I said, if you write about Martin Luther King, there's no way I can fail the writing part of the exam. I was like, Martin Luther King was born on one of those years, yeah, like this, no Indian, I kept writing. The whole point about it is that I felt math, reading, and writing. So really quick, before I continue with my story, because I need more energy in here, right? I always gotta just stop, because I want so much energy before I get a little bit deeper into the things that make you get to success. So I'm gonna provide with you today these 12 steps to success, right? I'm gonna stop my story right there, because I wanna do something really quick. Right, are you with me? Are you with me? Yeah. So some people still got crust in their eyes. I got you. There's a napkin outside, I'll take care of you. I'll hold you down. Right? There's 12 steps to success. What I need you to do. Mix you up now, huh? And what I need you to do. I'm not even gonna wait till later. I'm not even gonna wait and assume that you're gonna meet somebody. Because what happens is somebody's already thinking about how much they're going to be on their phone, how they're going to text, how they're going to Snapchat. Every way to not meet somebody. How I'm going to go to the bathroom after you meet somebody. How I'm going to go outside because I need some air because I can't breathe in the room. You're thinking of all ways not to meet people. So for the next 3 minutes, you have 3 minutes, I'm going to watch on my clock because I know I have a little bit of time. I need to share my stuff. You have 3 minutes. In the next 3 minutes, you cannot sit in the same seat you're sitting at right now. Hold on. There's a couple rules to this. There's a couple rules to this. There's a couple rules. Every time I'm excited, everyone wants to meet somebody. Or you somebody to get a video. I don't watch you. Right? Everybody wants to meet somebody. I'm happy. I'm happy that you're so excited. But there's a rule to this. Right? We use this when we go out, we go to the schools, we stand outside. Like, we lit. Right? You doing snap. What I want you to do is in between this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you the hashtag, because the person that I see with the best video or the best picture is going to win a prize from me. So in 3 minutes, using social media, using your phone that you love so much, you're going to have 3 minutes to meet somebody, make a video while Migos is playing. You have 3 minutes. Let's go. Let's get started. My story. So now I'm in college. Right, so I get to college, now I have these remedial classes. And I go to my college advisor. And my college advisor tells me, listen, you failed every part of the placement test. Right, students like you typically do not graduate, but I'm here to help you. Right, and this college advisor told me it was going to take me 8 years to get my bachelor's degree. And I remember going home, and I told my mom, that's a nice lady, right, she never yells. Right, she gave me this. She followed her fist up. She said, you gotta be kidding me. I worked so hard. You know, when you said I was so annoying, the reason why I was so annoying is because I love you. The reason why I tell everybody about you is because I love you. The reason why I push you so hard is because I love you. You have been ignoring it. And I didn't know what to do, so I just looked at myself. I'm like, all right, Mom, I hear you. Like, I hear you, Mom. I hear you out. But this is what I'm seeing in my bedroom. I'm talking to myself. Right? And that's what happened with some of us here. Some of us are coming with the hood. Right? We have the hood on, and that's who we are when we're in schools. That's who we are when we're in spaces. But in private, we really want to be successful. Right? So when are we going to take off that hood? Right? When are we going to understand that the tea we drink is the tea that we made? When are we going to understand, right, that we control our own destiny? So that's step number one, is understanding your story. And I'm going to move quick just for time purposes, right? So I'm the mean guy, man. Right, that's what I did. I went on my essay, I just go whatever, just to figure it out. And what I started doing was I got to my freshman year in college. Right, I thought everything still was a joke. Right, I was still playing around. My freshman year in college, I had a basic college reading course, a basic college writing course. So you need a level 100 course in order to get credits to graduate. Right, my course was like 026 reading and 024 writing. Then I'll never forget, my writing professor was this guy named Dr. Kalari. He's a great guy. Now as an adult, it's a little different situation. But back then, Dr. Kalari was my middle school English teacher. So I walked into this college classroom, I see my middle school English teacher, I'm like, oh, we lit, we good. Like, this is it? Like, this is all college is all about? I'm okay. And guess what? I started writing fancy words in my essays that I didn't know. Put a little salt on here, a little salt on here. And my first 3 essays, I got F's. And I remember I called home. And I'll never forget this life lesson from my mom. I called home and I told her I was having all the trouble in college. My mom always had some great advice. At this time, she was fed up with me. And she said something to me that I want to tell you. If you learn anything today. She said, figure it out. I said, what? Are you don't love me? I'm not going home. Figure it out. How am I going to figure it out? I don't know what I'm doing. How am I going to figure it out? Tutoring's over there, but I really don't want to go to tutoring. How am I going to figure it out? Some of my friends are getting F's just like me. How am I going to figure it out? Nobody went to college like me. How am I going to figure it out? I didn't have the opportunity to go to a trio. How am I going to figure it out? I was not in EOF. How am I going to figure it out, Mom? She said, figure it out. All right, I'll call you back. And I was so upset. But then what I realized is this. Are we leaving legacies or not? I want you to think about that. Are you here to leave a legacy? What are you doing every day that is going towards your legacy? What are you doing every day that you want to leave your mark? The real mark and the real legacy is that people are still talking about you when you leave the room. That's why there's statues that are around. That's why you go to hospitals and you go to like John F. Kennedy Hospital. And John F. Kennedy, the statue has to be there because your presence has to be there somehow, some way. That's leaving a legacy. So how are you going to leave a legacy here in the trio? How are you going to leave a legacy moving forward in high school? How are you going to leave a legacy when you get to college? Right? That's what I need you to have this mentality of. Are we leaving legacies or not? I want you to start looking at your friends and start asking them that. Are we leaving legacies or not? I mean, you don't have to talk to your friend right now. We'll do it later. You don't have to do it right now. You shouldn't be sitting by your friend either, but I want you to spot. Number 3. You need to stay current or be left in the past. I'll never forget when I became a professor at the age of 26 years old. Like, I will never forget that day. I got so excited, just like most of you. I jumped immediately instead of calling my mom onto social media. I didn't tell mom first, on Instagram. I was like, oh, I'm not telling everybody. Oh, I can't wait. I didn't even tell my parents. Forgot. I really love social media so much. I ran on social media. And I'll never forget this. Like, I put this thing up that I was a professor, and somebody put this picture up of me the same day. It was like, that's what you was in college. Right? And for political purposes, we have the emoji over the finger. Think you understand what that means? Right? And I had this picture up and they had tagged me. They're like, remember this? So back Thursday. Right? They tried to do 30. They did. But that's not what they try to do. What happens is, some people are not going to see you for what you are until you're successful. When you become successful, they can't believe it and they try to bring you back down. And you need to figure out who are these people that are pushing you every single day. Who are those people that are calling you when you're not calling them? Who are those people that can look at you and you all have those friends and know something's wrong? But how do you know? Who told you? Right? Who are those people? We need to identify these people because let me tell you, in college, you cannot do it by yourself. You cannot do this by yourself. And you understand that while you're in a trio. So people are going to try to bring you back to your past. People always try to remind me that I had a 1.9 GPA in high school. People always try to remind me how bad my behavior was in high school. But guess what? Where am I at now? So it's not about yesterday. It's not about tomorrow. It's about right now. What are you going to do today that's going to start your legacy? And I'm going to walk around here all day. I'm staying all day. I don't care if I came from Kansas City. I don't care if I go home in 11 days. I'm staying here all day. And I'm looking in your eyes. I'm looking everyone in your eyes. And I'm going to ask you, are we leaving legacies or not? Because we all talk about it. We all want it. But are we putting the work in? The next piece that you need to understand when you get on these college campuses and in your community, you need to be allergic to oppression and allergic to ignorance. Amen. And I'm leaving with this quote: one must arise to being oppressed while suppressing their complex feelings. And you're going to be in situations where you feel oppressed. You're going to be in situations where you feel like your back is to the wall. How are you going to be able to control your feelings in an academic way? That's why you're here on a Saturday. Because you're learning ways academically, you're learning ways educationally to survive out here. You're learning gifts to give back to your community. You're learning gifts in order to earn that legacy. So I want you to think about that. How can you arise to being oppressed? Because some people are going to say you can't make it because you're from this town. Some people are going to say you can't make it because of your skin color. Some people are going to say you can't make it because your parents only make this amount of money. Some people are going to say you're an immigrant and you can't make it. Some people are going to say so many nasty things to you. How can you suppress those complex feelings while continuing to succeed? And you need to figure that out. You got to want it so bad. Right? You also want to have a good perception. You want to make sure people understand who you are. I hate when students tell me that they're smart. I'm smart. That's great. I love it. What's your GPA? I got 1.6. I mean, well, let's talk about it. Let's figure it out. Right? Your perception is everything. If you are smart, I need proof. If you want this success, I need proof. If you want that position, I need proof. But I also want you to understand this. I want you to prescribe a triple perception. Because you don't want to be this guy. Number 6, education is a major key. Shout out to DJ Khaled. Right? Education is a major key. I don't want to hear any about other keys. All the people that I met, all the opportunities I had on TV, all the opportunities I had working in media, all the opportunities I had being a professor came from education. I continue to meet people through education. And education is a major key. Right? And for time purposes, I'm going to go a little quicker. I'm going to skip a chart here, but I want this part to be known. Right? You can't make everybody happy. So if education is the key, you need to find out what your passion is and what you want to go to college for. Not with your mom, not with your aunt, not with your cousin. You need to figure out what you want to go to college for that makes you comfortable, that you know 5 to 10 years from now, you're going to be successful. Right? It's up to you when you come to these campuses. You got to make sure that you're successful. That's why they have campus tours. They want to make sure that this place is for you. Not what your friend wants, not what your cousin wants. You can't make everybody happy. If you try to make everybody happy, good luck. Right, so I'm going to try to go really quick, right? I want you to understand your mental health. I need you to understand not only for your personal self, but for your friends. If you see people going through things, it's okay. Let them know it's okay. Let them know there's places to be helped. There's places you can get help. Let them know to send them to counseling. Go talk to your mentor. Go talk to your other authority within the school and let people know, because mental health is a serious issue right now. It's always been a serious issue, just that people are talking about it more. Right? There's no way you can be successful. Right? Let me explain to you why. There's no way you can be successful. Let me explain to you why and why I put that you tripping picture up. Once you remove the baggage from your mental space, you realize there's nothing left to trip over. Right, so you need to understand, if you have these mental issues, you need to understand that if you have these self-doubt, you need to understand if you're worried, if you're shy, if you're having issues, you need to get the help. And it's okay. You know, I always share that story about why I changed in college really quick. The reason why I changed in college is because between my freshman and sophomore year, I was a victim of a crime. Right, somebody ran up on me, he asked me what time it is, and for political purposes, I won't explain that. What time it is does not mean check my clock. It means that it's time to run whatever's in my pockets. Right? And I didn't want to run what was in my pockets because I was an educator. I mean, education, I wanted to talk my way out. Right? And this young man put a gun to my head and the gun jammed. That's the only reason why I'm here today. And I always explain that because what I had to do was I went through all these mental health issues. PTSD, I had no idea what that was. 19, what's that? right? Depression, I really didn't know what that was. I had to go through all these things, but you know what? As a man, as an African American, as a minority, I was not afraid to go to counseling. I want you to feel the same way. You have issues, you have problems. Right? Don't just say it's normal in my community to have these problems. It's normal for me to have these issues. No, it's not normal. Everybody is not going through that. If you have these issues, it's time to get the help. Number 8, passion is a superpower. Passion will always outweigh the fear. Think about all the things that you did that were great to you. You probably were super nervous before trying. Everything that you accomplished, that you love the most, applying to college maybe, joining trio, coming on Saturdays, things that scared you the most. You might even know nobody in trio. But what happens is this passion inside of you, because you know you want to leave that legacy, you know who you are, and that will outweigh the fear. Right, so I'll tell the story really quickly, right? So Fetty Wap, in 2014, I was working a show. Right, I'm a journalist. So I was working a hip-hop show. Fetty Wap had no songs. Nobody knew who he was in early 2014, right? And in early 2014, I went to an open mic in New Jersey, and Fetty Wap was there. And I'll never forget, this guy walked in. He was a rapper, which was defying the odds, with one eye, and his best friend had one leg. And everybody looked at them and said, who are these guys? Like, who brought them in? What are they doing here, right? That's defying the odds right there. That was one. Like, we're so used to, we have this perception of what success looks like, but we need to disrupt success. I'm gonna say that again. We have this perception of what success looks like, but it's time for us to disrupt success. That's why Uber is good. That's why Netflix is winning. That's why Airbnb is winning. And he wanted to disrupt success. And I remember he paid $250 to perform 679 and Trap Queen. 6 months later, it was the #1 song in the country. Think about that. He wanted to disrupt success. We know what hip-hop artists look like. He decided to disrupt success, and we see that in our neighborhoods. Right? I want to disrupt success. Some people don't believe that I'm a professor. I want to disrupt that. Some people don't think educators can be cool. I want to disrupt that. What are you going to do to disrupt something in your life to be successful? Number 9, when darkness comes, will you rise or be forgotten? Right? Sometimes you may feel like you've been buried in a dark place when actually you've been planted. And even deeper than that, once you rise from being planted, the seeds will fall to help your community behind you. So I need you to understand that when you feel like you're in a lost space, or you feel like you cannot succeed within college, or you cannot succeed within your high school or academically, it is time for you to understand that you're in this dark place. But why am I in this dark place? Maybe this is not my time just yet. I need you to understand, maybe it's just not your time just yet. When I was 1.9 in high school, who would have thought I'd be a professor? I told my mom and she laughed at me. That was another time I thought my mom didn't love me. You don't love me. Sorry, you. Right? I thought she didn't love me, but guess what? It was that perception that I was putting out there. I wanted to be this great individual. I wanted to be this educator. But how can I be an educator if I'm not mastering my craft? Right? I'm going really quickly. We got 12. Purge your circle. Like, I need you to look around at the people that you have. I want you to look at those 5 friends, but I'll take it even deeper. I want you to look at your five last posts on social media. Those should tell me everything about you. Instagram, Snapchat, I don't even care. Twitter, whatever's out right now, right? There's so many different things right now, but the point is, I want you to take those 5 posts and it'll tell me everything about you. Right? But some of you, you're still going to leave here and you're still going to be around those friends because you try to prove them wrong. You try to prove that your friends are a success. And what I want you to tell you this is, some of your friends have showed you all the cards, but you're still searching for the deck. Right? Some of you are playing Legally Blonde. To your GPAs, to your SATs, to your study habits. Barely. Number 11, I want you to contribute. Right? Don't reach for the plate if you contribute nothing to the table. Right? I want you to understand that. As individuals, as students, in the classroom, and I gotta use this word. I usually don't use it nice, but I gotta use it today. Alright, don't try to be funny. I call people that ask all these questions, that call me, that always need something, we call them ask holes, right? They ask all questions, they give back nothing. And I need you to understand that. Are you that type of person that continues to ask questions and give back nothing? Are you that person that you want so much from your teachers? You want letters of recommendation, but you haven't even said good morning to them in 2 years? Once you start thinking about that, some of us don't even realize we do it. It's okay. I've been there. I told you my GPA. I was there before. But sometimes you need to give before you look to receive. Right? I just want to close out. These are the 12 steps. But I also want to provide you with some math as I leave here. Right? I want you to add more accomplishments, subtract the fake, divide your circle, and multiply your value. So before I leave, I have too much fun, man. Right? Before I leave, you can find me on Snapchat. Am I gonna follow back? I don't know. I'll think about it. I'm kidding. Right? You can find me on Instagram. Don't worry, I'm not going nowhere. You can find me on Instagram at Professor.Williams. You can also take my email. I don't mind giving my email out. It's lwilliams, so LWILLIAMS, the number 8, at njcu.edu. Again, I'll be here. I have cards if you need it. But again, before I leave, I want to make sure that you understand, and we read this quote one more time. I want you to add more accomplishments, subtract the fake, divide your circle, and multiply your value. Thank you for your time.